countless failures. LeBron James never been to AFC 2 years in a row. That happened with Jordan. LeBron James doesn't have 5 losing seasons on his resume. That happened with Jordan. In fact, no one in the GOAT debate has 5 losing seasons on their resume besides Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan in 1988 lost to a team. He lost to a team that had no All-NBA player, no All-Defensive player on their roster. That never happened to LeBron James. LeBron James never lost to a team like that. Jordan was not only the league MVP, he was All-NBA first team, All-Defensive first team. He was the scoring champ. He was the steals champ, the fake steals champ. He was Defensive Player of the Year, the fake Defensive Player of the Year. He was also the All-Star starter and MVP of the All-Star game. So the hype for Jordan and the Bulls, who had won 50 games that year, the Bulls hadn't won 50 games in almost a decade, if I'm correct. I think the last time they won it was like 79 or 80, something like that. The Bulls were on a rise. Michael Jordan gave the Bulls 3 straight dud games to lose that series 4-1 to a team with no All-NBA player, with no All-Defensive player on their roster, with 1 All-Star, and only 1 20-point-per-game scorer. Jordan completely choked against that team. That's fine. That's Jordan in his 4th year. Like these guys say, we can't expect Jordan to do anything in his 4th year. Well, let's go to next year, where they gave Jordan the reins to the team. He lost more games the next year when they gave him the ball and said, here, do what you got to do. He blows up in the first 2 rounds. He goes up against the Detroit Pistons again and does the same nonsense, where he goes up 2-1 versus Detroit Pistons, and then in the game 4, he gives them a dud, and then in game 5, he does the temper tantrum, and then in game 6, he takes 26 shots to score 32 points, and mind you, he don't do nothing in the 4th quarter, and Isaiah Thomas goes off for 17 points and dominates the game. Then we say, okay, you know what? Let's give Jordan another year. This is his time. This is his chance. A game 7. All he has to do is win this game here. His NBA Finals shot is there. The thing that they think that all Jordan has to do is just get to the finals, and he's going to win it. Game 7 versus Detroit Pistons, what did he do? He coughed that up as well. They lost by 20 because he never knew how to get his teammates involved, and Scottie Pippen was not healthy that game, so the team did not play well, and Michael Jordan sat there and scored 31 points on 27 shots, while the Bulls lost by 20 points. So that's 3 straight years in a row that Michael Jordan coughed up his team a chance to win the NBA title because he was not good enough to do such. But he's going to get a pass because we're going to hear all the excuses, and we're going to hear about how great the Detroit Pistons were, when in reality, the Detroit Pistons was not as good as the Dallas Mavericks, nor were they good as the San Antonio Spurs of 2007 or the Warriors of 2015, the teams that these guys love to mention that LeBron had to face. Not to mention, LeBron had to go up against zone defenses. Jordan didn't. It was one-on-one. Joe Dumars is 6'1". Don't tell me about Joe Dumars' defense. But those are the years that Jordan, hand checking is not stopping nobody. That's not going to do anything.
Hold on, 1 second, don't worry.
All those highlights of Michael Jordan in Detroit, I don't see not one hand checking footage of Michael Jordan being pushed away and he can't get to his spots. Michael Jordan just was not good enough to beat the Detroit Pistons because he didn't know how to play team basketball. That was their game plan. They told you that. They said that we knew exactly how to beat the Bulls because we never had to worry about Jordan passing, because Jordan was reluctant to pass. So we made Jordan take all those bad shots like he was normally going to take, and he lost that series. And everybody's going to blame Scottie Pippen and everybody else. And like I always told y'all, if Scottie Pippen is the reason why the Bulls lose, he's the reason why the Bulls win. So be careful when you mention Scottie Pippen in this conversation.
Dave, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Doug.
Look, I'm not one of those people that say that Jordan has never failed. We know Jordan did not get past the first round and multiple series in the first part of his career. We understand that. We only talk about what happens after he gets over that hump, and that's the thing. That's what counts. What counts is what happens afterwards. Now, when it comes to Jordan losing, I mean, look, he lost to some of the best teams, and if you look at the teams he lost to, all the teams he lost to went on to win championships. Did they not? When he lost to the Celtics, they had Hall of Famers on their team. How many Hall of Famers? There was about 5. You had Bird, you had McHale, these are the guys he was going about, and those guys who went up against him were the ones that started calling him the best player in the league because they know what they saw in front of him. He just didn't have a good team around him enough to be able to win. Now, when he went up against the bad boy Pistons, they had Jordan rules. They did whatever they could to make sure Jordan was not allowed to get into the paint because they know that Jordan was the best paint finisher in the game. He was one of the best. He was one of the best mid-range shooters. So they made sure whenever he got in the air, they got him down. So that's how that happened. But we don't say that, we don't give Jordan excuses for losing those series. He lost, plain and simple. He just lost.
Go ahead, B. Lee, and then we're gonna close with Joe. Go ahead, B. Lee.
It's pretty comical every time we bring up Jordan not winning or losing. We count it. Yeah, we just look at what he did when he got to the top. But all you guys do is talk about when LeBron fell before he start winning. I mean, that's just how it goes. Like if LeBron James plays someone in the playoff multiple times and he never won a game versus them, we would not. They will bring that up every time his name is mentioned. If LeBron James plays someone in the playoffs 3 straight times in a row and couldn't beat them, they will bring that up every chance that they get. But when Jordan do it, it's different. When Jordan do it, it's different. Like they even talking about Jokic right now when LeBron is in year 22 beating. Like this is how great LeBron James is that they have to say that he can't get past Jokic, which he already did. He already beat Jokic in the playoffs. So it's
In the
it's
in the
it's
bubble.
documented. It happened. He beat him in the playoffs. But this thing with Jordan is just this media thing that is bizarre. Even when he came back for those 17 games, they gave him MVP votes. They gave him all NBA votes. It is literally ridiculous how we how you guys fantasize about Michael Jordan. And then when LeBron James lose in 2011, we just can't say, okay, he lost. But when Jordan lose 5 straight years to 2 players, well, he had to get over the hump. Like we realized he lost, and that's that. But 2011 is the worst thing possible. And if you're supposed to be the GOAT, you cannot lose. But when Michael Jordan's supposed to be the GOAT, he can lose until he don't lose. He won
Mhm.
6 straight, even though he didn't win 6 straight. He
Mhm.
won 6 in a row, even though he lost in between. He won 6, even though he played 15 years. He never lost. Like
We never.
it's fine to say Michael Jordan is great. Michael Jordan was a great winner, but it's not okay to say that about LeBron, even though he is a great winner. He is one of the greatest winners we have ever seen. It's documented. It's facts. He's one of the greatest winners we've ever seen. There's nothing that we could say about LeBron not being a great winner, other than you say, well, he lost 6 times in the finals. Like that's better to lose earlier because it's LeBron James. Simple as that.
Go ahead,
No.
Joe.
Go
Can I
ahead,
go
Joe.
Yeah, go
quick?
ahead, Joe.
So look, y'all acting like I'm sitting up here saying Jordan is perfect. Jordan ain't perfect. Yeah, Jordan lost. The question was given to me in the first topic was, did LeBron underachieve? And yes, he underachieved. And y'all said he didn't. The fact that y'all think he didn't underachieve is blasphemy to me. Now, did
I never
Jordan
said he
fail?
did.
Hold on, let him finish.
Now, did Jordan fail? Yes. He didn't win his first title until 1991. He joined in 1984. So he failed every single year. He didn't win a championship. In 1991, that's when he won his first championship. Yes, he failed. But what I asked my man Johnny, I said, my problem with LeBron James in 2011 is that how he went out. That's my problem. I'm not mad at LeBron losing. When he lost in 2015 to the Warriors without Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, do I kill LeBron for losing to the Warriors? No, because you saw how he went out. He went crazy. He went out like a thug. He went out being aggressive. He can go. I remember Kyrie Irving lost to the Boston Celtics. Sorry, lost to the Giannis Bucks, and he shot horrible. But he took like 20 plus shots a game. Go out swinging. But when you shy away from the ball, when you're not yourself, that's when I'm like, yo, what's going on? It's gonna fall in, especially when it's in the biggest stage as the NBA Finals when you already a two-time MVP.
May
Now,
I ask
Michael
a,
Jordan,
may I ask a question when I get a chance?
go ahead, go
Martel
ahead, go
afterward.
ahead, go ahead. Is it to me?
Yeah, it's gonna be to you.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so are you going to accept that Jordan did that for 3 years in a row? Yes or no?
What? Lose to the
The
Pistons?
same exact thing that you said LeBron James did in 2011.
Go ahead.
Jordan did that 3 years in a row. He wasn't himself. He was non-aggressive. He was not performing the way he's normally expected to perform. In fact, he was not doing exactly what the game plan was intended for him to do those 3 straight years. So are you also going to hold Jordan to the same standards you're holding to LeBron James in 2011's bad performance in a loss?
Jordan wasn't aggressive in those 3 years in a row?
No, he was not.
Do you want me to read it? Okay, hold on. Here we go.
No,
So
no,
look.
don't read that. Don't read that. Don't read
So
that
look.
because
Well,
let me
no,
ask you.
let him
Oh
read
wait,
it. Hold on.
oh wait, oh no, no,
Let him
no.
read
Oh
it.
wait,
Why not?
don't. No, okay. You know what? Go ahead and read that. Fine. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
let
ahead.
him read it.
Okay.
Let him read it.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
I hope I get to respond to it. Go ahead.
Jordan took over 20 shots in almost every single game except for that one game you talked about when he only took 8 shots. And he took 15 shots in another game. My whole point is this. I asked you this question in the first topic.
Wait. What game do you talk about more than Game 4? LeBron James. What game? What? When LeBron didn't shoot or didn't do nothing besides Game 4?
Bro, since they went down 2-1, LeBron James has disappeared.
Jordan was up to one. Jordan was up to one and disappeared. 2 straight games in a row. Game 4 and Game 5.
Oh my
You
God.
said 3 years straight. Just let my guy.
Yes, no. I said he choked 3 years straight. He brought up the series in '89 where Jordan took 20 shots per game because he wanted to read off Jordan's stats. Jordan underperformed Game 4 and in Game 5.
2 games. Jordan scored 32, 27, 46.
Okay.
23, 18, and 32. Jordan was the best player on his team. You name another person on that team that outplayed Michael Jordan. But I could point to Dwayne Wade. I could point to the other side. I could point to the other side.
It's not a one-on-one thing. It's not a one-on-one thing. Isaiah Thomas beat him again. Okay, all right. Wait, you want to read off numbers? I'll give you some numbers.
Go ahead.
Michael Jordan played in 9 playoff series between 1987 and 1990. And those 9 playoff series, there was 3 of them he did not play the Detroit Pistons. And those 6 playoff series Michael Jordan had in between 1987 and 1990 that were not the Detroit Pistons, Michael Jordan was averaging over 40 points per game, shooting over 50% from the field during those playoff series. Just to when he faces the Detroit Pistons, he goes down to only 30 points per game. He shoots under 50% from the field. His assists go down, his turnovers go up, his blocks go down, his steals go down. Every aspect of Jordan's game legitimately drops. He was the Jordan that y'all keep saying never choke, never fail, which was what Jordan averages is over 33 points per game in the playoffs. He was not doing that against Detroit. The same way you want to hold LeBron James accountable because he didn't average 26. Well, Jordan's supposed to average 35, 40 points per game like he was doing every other playoff series. To go down to 27 points is just as bad as LeBron James going from 25 points to 18 points. That's what you're holding. That's what you're holding LeBron James accountable to the idea that he's supposed to score 26 points because that is his normal average, his normal output. You're not holding Jordan to the same standard. The Bulls do the Bulls win when Michael Jordan scores less than 30 points per game? No. Unless you want to bring up 1996 when he had the super team, when he had the 2 all NBA, the 2 all defensive first team players and the all NBA first team player plus the 6th man of the year. Yeah, that Jordan could have easily got past the Detroit Pistons because, like you said, Jordan needs a team to win. The Bulls don't win. The Bulls don't. So then why are you holding LeBron? The Heat were not a good team. Dwayne Wade 26 points is not enough. Even if LeBron James averaged 26 with Dwayne Wade, they still don't have enough to beat the Mavericks.
Come on, dog. Are you serious about that statement?
Yes, because you're not serious about Jordan needing to average 35 to beat Detroit. And you don't want to accept that.
You are comparing Michael Jordan going against the Detroit Pistons, who's literally game plan to whoop on this dude, and you acting like he shied away from the moment. Hold on, let me finish. Did Michael Jordan, every time he played the Pistons, did he shy away from the moment?
Yes!
Or did they do a good job against Jordan?
No, he shied away from the moment. Jordan, that's why y'all don't know history. He shied away from the moment. Yes.
You don't know basic
Jordan. Listen,
if you think
it was so bad.
Hold on. I ain't even finished that. The fact that you are comparing Michael Jordan's series against the Detroit Pistons, saying he shot away from the moment, versus LeBron James, who stood at the 3-point line, who got outscored by Jason Terry when he was the leading scorer on his team, second in the MVP vote that year, by the way. Nobody remember that. It was Derrick Rose and it was LeBron James. He should have won MVP that year. At this point, LeBron James was the prohibitive favorite, by the way, to win the series. And you telling me that you want to compare that to what
Yes.
Jordan did against the Detroit Pistons?
Yes, the 1988 Detroit Pistons. Okay,
This
first of
man-
all, wait.
this
Tell
man
me,
right here.
Tell me what does Jason Terry averaging 0.2 points more than LeBron James, which is basically 6 points scored more than LeBron James, has to do with LeBron James and the Heat? And tell me why you are not holding Jordan to the same standard versus the 1988 Pistons, who was not that dude. They were not that team. Jordan was the league MVP. Jordan was the All NBA. Was LeBron the league MVP in 2011? No. Was LeBron James the? Was LeBron? No, he wasn't the MVP. Jordan was the MVP. Was LeBron James the scoring champ in 2011? No, Jordan was. Matter of fact, did the Detroit Pistons win a championship? Because Dave brought this up. The teams that Jordan lost to won championships. Did the Detroit Pistons win a championship in 1988? No. So all of these things that you're holding LeBron James to in 2011 also applies to the actual 1988 season where Jordan legitimately choked 3 straight games in a row. And he did 3 straight games in a row. They lost 3 straight and got outplayed by Isaiah Thomas and Adrian Dantley. But you're gonna say, "Oh, that's Adrian Dantley," and Adrian Dantley don't average more points than Jason Terry do. Jason Terry is basically should be in the Hall of Fame. He's one of the best 3-point shooters in NBA history. Why are we discrediting the Dallas Mavericks, who have Hall of Famers, who had a great roster, who had a great team, who also swept the defending champions that same season, who has one of the greatest power forwards of all time in Dirk Nowitzki, but you guys don't want to bring up Isaiah Thomas, who never won an MVP, who never would. You're really going to compare Isaiah Thomas to Dirk Nowitzki? Is that what we're doing?
Is Isaiah Thomas not considered one of the best point guards in history?
Who beat Larry Bird, who beat Magic also. And by the way, he making a big deal of Jordan taking 8 shots when LeBron had 8 points in that same series. That's my thing. You want to hold Jordan to this high caliber thing.
I didn't hold that. No, because he's lying. I didn't say that. You guys are the ones who keep bringing up failures and act like because you don't act like Jordan didn't fail. You act like that's not a failure. That is a failure. No. That is the same failure as LeBron. You're not holding him to the same standards you're holding.
They would not accept Jordan.
Exactly. But but they get mad at us. They would say that we can't. But we can't say LeBron didn't underachieve or LeBron didn't fail in 2011, but they want us to accept that they can't accept that. That's what I'm saying. It's a double standard. It's a double standard.
LeBron James did play well for 2 games, for 2 damn games in the whole playoffs, and
Jordan failed so bad. Jordan failed so bad they changed league rules. That's how bad Jordan failed. They changed the rules in the NBA. That's how bad Jordan was failing. Come on, man.
That they made up lies. They made up lies saying Detroit Pistons was the first team to have a defensive strategy in the NBA. They had to write books about it.
As if Dallas didn't have a strategy.
Actually played defense. There's no, throughout history, all they did was jump ball and ran up and down the court. They had to actually play defense, and they had to write books about it.
We'll let them get the last word. But again, y'all, remember, we're supposed to have the GOAT conversation. We're spending a whole hour talking about failures, not greatness. Because at the end of the day, Jordan is not great enough. So they have to pretend Jordan didn't fail so that we can have this kind of a GOAT debate. Go ahead, gentlemen. No. Fail like LeBron. He has to fail like LeBron. You have to attach that like you do it to LeBron. He underachieved. He underperformed. He was not aggressive. He completely failed his team. It was Jordan's fault.
He got blown out in Game 7. Come on now, blown out in Game 7.
So how about LeBron James losing in the NBA Finals in the largest margin of victory in NBA history? Well, let's go next though. Let's go next. So he got blown out. Y'all got blown out for the whole series.
So hold on. So B-Lee, there's a lot of people that want to call LeBron Lee GM, and there's definitely signs of it. Carmelo Anthony, he just came out on his podcast the other day and said that he took J.R. Smith, he took Iman Shumpert, and he blames LeBron for that. He was very upset at LeBron James for that. I know a lot of people will say, that the big 3 in Miami just came out of nowhere. Obviously, that was also planned. Same thing with AD. And then also, too, I have this report right here. It was, hold on, because I lost it. But I think it was one of his coaches was saying that, like I think Davey sent it to me the other day. But one of his coaches said that he called him and saying, "Hey, we need you to come
Ty
coach."
Lue,
Yeah,
that you
Ty
talking
Lue,
about.
Ty Lue.
Ty Lue was when the Cavaliers were supposed to be talking about giving